you're struggling to apply strip lashes, and DIY at-home lash extensions aren't any easier for you, girl, I've got the next best thing. Self-adhesive press-on lash clusters. DIY press-on lashes have become a huge hit. I personally am obsessed with them, and a step-by-step tips and tricks, do's and don'ts video has been highly requested. And that is exactly what we're gonna do today. I am gonna show you how to apply self-adhesive press-on DIY lash clusters. Wow, that sounded like a long explanation, but that's really what we're gonna do. These arrive pre-glued and ready to go. I want you to be a pro at applying your press-on clusters. And after watching this, you will be a pro at it. But before we dive on in, let's say hello and thank you to our channel members, the G Squad, an amazing group of people who have joined channel memberships and are supporting the channel at a higher level. If you're ever interested in joining, all you have to do is hit the join button below and you're good to go. A quick shout out to our community spotlight. YouTube is highlighting the top 5 supporters of the channel. That means they're watching the videos all the way through, they're hitting the like button and interacting in the comments section. Now I want you guys to interact as we go along. Ask questions as we go along, and if you have questions that I didn't answer in this video, then make sure you leave them in the comment section. I'll make sure to go in there and get back to you. All right, guys, let's dive on in. One of the main things, or one of the main comments, feedbacks that I'm getting on the cluster lashes, every time I'm popping them on, I'm getting comments saying, how do you get them to stick? They're not sticking. I don't know what's going on. I put them on and they just come right out. It's almost like they don't want to stick. Here's a little tip. Hold on. Where is my, I had it right here. Oh, here it is. So you see I have no product on my lids. I did that on purpose because I want to show you guys. I'm going to do one eye regularly and then another one with this trick for you guys. So if you find that your lashes are just not sticking, maybe you just have oils or residue left on your lashes from like other product and that's why it's not sticking, I would take a powder. Translucent is always best, but I would take a powder really quickly, any powder you can. You just want the little dusties, and I want you to kind of go back and forth onto your lashes, okay? It doesn't matter what powder it is, it's going to be absorbed by the oils. It's also gonna help remove some of that shininess. And if you're afraid that your lashes are gonna look a little discolored like right now, don't worry about it, I got you. I like using the same powder that I use under the eyes sometimes because then you don't have to worry about it changing how your under eye looks, because then you can kind of go a little vigorously. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna give any oils that I have on my lashes a second to absorb some of that powder. I'm gonna grab my Temu lash clusters. A whole bunch of you guys have gotten it over at the Temu, which is great. You wanna make sure you have a lash tool. Tweezers don't always work for me. I feel like I need a tool that's decent. This one I ended up getting, it's the iWin kit that I got off of Temu. That's really nice. I like the shape, and I'm very picky with my shapes, but this one's actually really nice. My go-to is going to be this one. The shape is like so. It came with a kit. I don't remember where the kit is from. It could have been like a Kiss Falscara kit, very much. I'm not sure. You want to make sure that your tool is 100% clean. Right now, it's not. It still has some tack to it. So I'm gonna use a lash remover. This is like for those permanent lashes that you can do at home, the DIYs. This is great at removing the tackiness. All you really have to do is kind of go along the edges and make sure that you remove that. If you're trying to apply this with your fingers, it's not gonna work. There's like a itty bitty tool that comes with some of these kits. I love the Ardell press-ons. This is what I took on vacation. It comes with a little applicator. Don't necessarily love their applicator. These are like definitely my go-to. So tip number 2, while the oils on your lashes is absorbing powder, clean your tool. Make sure that tool is not tacky. And the best way to know is if you go like this and it doesn't stick, you're good to go. Now, I'm not gonna cut through. I really wanna show you guys. On this eyeball, I'm only going to curl my lash, and I'm curling the lash so that there's a lift and it's exposing my lash line. I am going to go in with a 14. Use whichever one you prefer. I personally like to do 14s, 12s, and 10s. I'm going to use my tool to lift right at the band. See, so I'm gonna lift gently right at the band. It's gonna stick. Now, I'm going to take my tool upside down like so, and then I'm going to grab a mirror. Mirror goes down here. You don't want the mirror here. You don't want to look straight up. You want to look almost like angle it to where it's like on your chin, and you want to be able to expose your lash line at the top completely, and boom, that's it. I'm not doing anything else. I'm gonna go back in. Again, a lot of people are also saying that when you're grabbing it out of the tray, it's like splitting, it's breaking. It depends on the brand. I highly recommended this one because when you're taking it out, they don't fall apart. They're really well made. The band is nice and thick, but still lightweight, so it's not gonna go ahead and fall apart on you. Another one that's really, really good, the band is slimmer, smaller, but it's really good and tacky as well, is going to be the iWin. I'm looking at Amazon. I found this one on Amazon. You can get it there. It's a little pricier, but you can get it there. I think it's like $1 or $2 more than you would get it normally on Temu. I've been looking on Temu, cannot find these, but whatever lashes I'm recommending, I am going to link in the description box for you. I did find it on Amazon. Again, grab it right off of where the base is and gently tug, okay? You're gonna do that again. It feels a little tacky. Make sure you clean. Sometimes I clean it off of my jeans. Perfectly fine, same situation. You're gonna switch, put it on your tool, and once again, you are going to pop that on your eye. At this point, I can take this tool, and I like the curve in the tool. I'll wedge my lashes in between, grab like this, squeeze, and gently let go. The lashes are there, and they're not gonna go anywhere. At this point, I've already added 2 14s. I'm gonna go back in, and I think I'm gonna get sassy, and I'm gonna do one more 14. Once again, here's my tool. I really want to show you guys. Grab, gently, pull. And because it's tacky, you're not going to lose it. It's not going to fall anywhere. Once again, check for tack. These are going to last the entire day, but you see it's sticking. It's not going anywhere, and I have not applied powder on this side. I'm going to go in, and once again, pop that baby on, and there she goes. At this point, because I've already pressed the other two, I'll go in and press these as well. Do you have to overlap them? No, sometimes I do, but you don't have to. What do I mean by that? You can apply 114, then right where that one ends, apply the next 14, and right when that one ends, you go ahead and apply another 14. Or you can slightly overlap it, and at the end of that 14, add the other one just so that they kind of like slightly overlap. And it's almost like you're creating a full band just with clusters. It really depends on how you want to do it, what works for you. Sometimes it's nice to do it that way because once you pull, they all come off at the same time. It's more of a personal preference kind of thing. I'm going to go in now to a 12. We're going to continue to repeat these steps. I'm going to go in with a 12. Clean my tool. Do you have to clean your tool in between? Not always, but sometimes you will find some tack. I'm just giving you little tips to kind of help you. There we go. See, it kind of stuck. So there we go. To kind of help you, that way when you go in and apply your clusters, you encounter less and less issues. But look at that. That's a 12. My eye is already being sculpted. She's looking good. I'm going to add one more 12. Same thing right off the base. As you can see, I'm not like ruining the lash or anything like that. It's very much, see this one, I don't have to clean in between. And she's tacky, girl. That thing got stuck to my... Look, it won't come off my finger. Yeah, I'm not kidding. These can be very, very, very tacky. And then I'm going to pop that one in here. I think for today, I will not go in with the 10. I think that's more than enough for me. It's kind of dramatic already as it is. You can remove it before you press them together. Remove it just a smidge to adjust it and then press them. You want to adjust it and place it where you want them before you press it, because once you press it, it's like you're really squeezing it together to make sure that it sticks to your very own lashes. Take your time. Do not rush through this until you get kind of like into a proper routine. Otherwise, you're going to press your lid and that does not feel good. But that's the thing, once you press them, they're on there and they won't come off until you pull them off. My lid is still oily, as you can see, and these are gonna last literally the entire day. Yes, they're fluffy, they're lightweight, and they feel like nothing. On this side, you can tell that we have absorbed a lot of product. So now I'm gonna do one of these, right? Because I don't want the excess to stay. This is why they say it's best to use a translucent powder if you have it. So I'm gonna just kind of grab my own fingers, my little fingers, you know, and I'm gonna kind of do one of these to my lashes. That's gonna help the setting powder kind of get in between little crevices that maybe you might have missed, but also it helps kind of dissolve the rest of that powder to where it disappears. Lashes are curled. We're gonna repeat those steps, but at this point we have zero powder. I'm gonna go ahead and use this tool. We are going to literally do the very same thing. Same concept with the tool. Grab directly from the base, put the extra effort to remove, adjust, and apply. And look at that, like, I'm not even cutting through. It sticks. Again, do not press your lashes together and secure them until you have a few clusters in and you know that they're exactly where you want them to go. It is a lot faster. I'm showing you how quickly I can actually do this, but I wanted to take the time with the other side so you guys can see, you know, like I wanted to give you guys full detail. I want you guys to feel comfortable with applying your falsies. I want you to feel confident in applying the falsies. And I also don't want you guys to waste your money. And if you don't know what you're doing or it's not working for you and you're asking for help, I'm happy to help, because you're spending your money on product. I want you to be able to enjoy it. See, look, I got a little bit of glue. So I'm gonna go ahead, wipe that away. Make sure it's not crazy tacky, because if it is, the lash is gonna stay on the actual tool and not on your eyeball. Pop that on, and now we get to squeeze all these babies together. Notice that my mirror is always down here because it's exposing my lash line. Makes it so much easier. As you can see, look at this, it's stuck. You never want to pull away. Yes, the clusters are very tacky. Are your eyes gonna close shut? No, look, I'm blinking and I'm fine. But the tool is pressing your falsies and your realsies together. You don't want to pull away, because when you do, you can A, potentially hurt yourself, but B, you could potentially pull out to the clusters you just put in. All right, guys, and then that is the second eye. We have one side with powder, one with no powder, yet they're both sticky, tacky. These babies aren't going anywhere, and they will last you the entire day. Here's another tip. Make sure you apply your falsies after your eye makeup. I would not apply mascara and then your falsies, because your falsies are going to stick to something that is literally a layer of product on your lashes, and mascaras tend to have some liquids and oils within the formula. So if you wanted to apply mascara to kind of like build up the lashes and add some drama, make sure that the first thing you do is apply your falsies and then top it off with mascara to blend everything together. That usually works best for me. If you have any fallout and it gets all over your lashes, it's as simple as kind of blending it off like you saw me do on this side to remove the powder, and then go in with your falsies. If you go in with your falsies first, you're going to get eyeshadow on the falsies, and then they won't look as black or dramatic. They're just gonna look dirty. You can tell that there will be residue on it, and it's not pretty. As long as you're not tugging on your lashes, they're gonna stay all day. Do they just kind of flip flop and come off on their own? No. Can you get in the pool? I don't recommend you go swimming. You don't want to submerge your whole face underwater and think that the glue is going to stay. This is not long wear glue that's gonna last a week. It is literally insane tack that tacks the clusters to your lashes. If you're planning on crying that day, you're getting engaged or something like that, skip on these. Because if you squint really, really hard and start crying, they are going to start to shift and move. I've taken naps with the babies on. I've gone to sleep. I wake up, my lashes are still on. Depending on the brand, some stay on perfect and others will start to shift. These are going to freaking stay even when I sleep. Now, I'm not a messy sleeper, so that's something to kind of like keep on the back of your mind. These, on the other hand, will shift on me. Or you'll see like a little piece of it kind of hanging, and I just kind of like squeeze it together and they're good to go. Now, not everyone wants to order off of the Temu. I don't know if you can still find these on Temu. I'm gonna like check, so just check the description box and whatever I linked there. That's where I was able to find them. If you don't have Amazon Prime anymore, or you're like, no, I don't want to wait for something to get shipped, delivered, I need them and I need them now, this would be a really good option. I've also tried the Kiss ones, Kiss press-ons. Those are really good. Work just as well as the Temu ones, but the glue on these are freaking phenomenal. So if I had to rate them 1, 2, 3, 1 being my favorite, these are amazing. You're not paying Temu prices, you're paying more, but these are amazing, and these are not gonna like shift. If anything, you could probably get a little emotional, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna stay. This is something that you can pick up at Target, Walmart, CVS, Ulta, you name it, you're going to find this. Number 2 would be these, and then number 3 would be these. And that's my order on like how I prefer the lashes, which one's better than the other. I don't even know how I could have forgotten about my Makiwi lashes, because the Makiwi lashes were the very first ones I ever tried that I was like, oh my goodness. And then after that, it sparked interest, and that's how I discovered all the other ones. Makiwis are amazing. I have had so many of these. I keep getting backups. And I feel like these are easier to find over on the Temu, even local warehouse, and probably I'll see if I find them over on Amazon. But yeah, it's no joke, like my obsession with the Makiwi ones as well, because these are actually really good, just as good as my number 2 lashes, which are these. And yes, I have a whole bunch of backups because they're amazing. And for those of you who want to see how easy it is for them to come off, all you have to do is tug gently. They will slide right out. Check this out. Look at, I'm not doing anything, I'm gently just tugging along, comes right out and leaves 0 residue. You're good to go. So on one of those days where you are not applying makeup and you just want the lashes on, so you can kind of like elevate the eye and just kind of look a little polished, that's all you really need to do, and then that's it. Can you reuse them? The glue is not going to be as tacky anymore. I would say these are more of a one and done type of vibe. But if you like easy lashes, you like lashes on the go, residue free, or you've been struggling with lash application, this is a great option for you. I almost forgot to answer this. Another question I see a lot is, do they have to go under? Yes. All of the press-on lashes feature the glue on the top of the lash band. There's no glue at the bottom. So you would have to apply where the glue is under your lashes. So you tuck it under, you cannot put it over. And I feel like I've covered a lot of the information you guys had questions on. If there are additional questions, let me know, please. I'm happy to help. Just make sure you leave the comment below, letting me know what you're thinking, what your thoughts are, and I will go through and I will answer as best as I can. All right, friends, I hope you found this video helpful. If you've made it all the way through, you are a real one. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see you guys on the next video.